So good evening everyone, Thursday night here, roughly about 10:30. I was going to wait to do a video tomorrow. Obviously Friday Reflections was a regular thing, but it's such big news, I thought I'd cover it straight out the horse's mouth, or at least an hour after. Eddie Howe has become, has agreed to become the new Newcastle manager. He's agreed a deal in principle for a 2.5-year contract. And it seems like now the finer details are the last things to be sorted, i.e. his backroom staff, etc. Highly unlikely he'll be in the dugout against Brighton, but we shall see. Obviously, it's a deal that I imagine both parties will be looking to sort as soon as possible, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's all done and dusted tomorrow morning. This comes after a turbulent fortnight of rumours, speculation. Paulo Fonseca was the man at one point. Lucien Favre, Roberto Martinez has been mentioned in the last 10 days. Unai Emery was the leader all week. From what I understand, it was all done, dusted, agreed, sorted, and everything was ready to rock and roll, and he just did a bit of a U-turn at the last minute. I suspect, he had a bounce after Villarreal winning in the Champions League and thought, we could really make some progress in this competition. Do I want to be swapping that for a relegation dogfight? I've just had a quick look at Eddie Howe's statistics. He got a 29% win rate in the Premier League, which is not great at all. However, it's what he did in terms of getting Bournemouth to the Premier League and keeping them in there for 5 seasons with no money. I think their transfer record to this day is Dominic Solanke for 20 million. No money, not a lot of funding. A small stadium, a relatively small club compared to some of the teams in the Premier League. And I think they had a minus points record. They were in the minus when he took over in League Two. League Two. At the start of the season, like minus 15 points, something ridiculous, and he managed to still keep them in the league. And then the season after, guide them up to League One, and then eventually got onto the Premier League. So he's obviously got a good rapport, I imagine, with Callum Wilson. It'd be interesting to see what he does with Ryan Fraser. But it can only be a good thing in terms of January. I'm going to do a video over the weekend or perhaps in the international break, of players I think we should go for in Jan. And spoiler alert, one of them I think is Nathan Ake, because he's not getting minutes at Manchester City. He's got a league title in Manchester City, and obviously he had a good rapport with Eddie Howe, so it could be getting the band back together even more. A lot of people are upset with the appointment. They don't think he's the right man for the job. It's been spun in the media that we've gone for bigger and better, and that he's just been like that, oh, no one else wants it, so we've gone back to the original. I'm happy. If you said to me, 2 months ago, right, you're going to get rid of Mike Ashley, Stavely and our crew are coming in, and you're going to get Eddie Howe, I would have been well happy with that. The only thing I've said on Twitter, and been saying all day, the only disappointment is, he's been out of work for 15 months. And I know Ashley was never going to get rid of Steve Bruce. But, this deal could have been done so long ago. And we may not have been anywhere near the predicament we're in now. Winless in 10 games, 6 points from safety in November, with a horrible December coming up fixtures. Obviously, we've got Brighton away Saturday. Usually, I would say we need to be happy with a point, or we need to be aiming at least a point away. And I would usually be happy with a point away, especially considering how well Brighton are playing. I've heard they got some key players out. I don't think Danny Welbeck is playing. Apparently, there's up to 3. I've not looked at who they are, but if we can get a win and then go into the international break with Eddie Howe cementing things, then I think we've got a couple of fairly favourable fixtures coming up, i.e. Burnley, Norwich, think, Leicester and Brentford before we hit the horrible run of Arsenal, Liverpool, City and United. So yeah, 3 points on Saturday would be fantastic. However, we shall see. But yeah, Eddie Howe, welcome to the club. I personally will be backing him 100%. I think he is. Unai Emery would have been probably my favourite pick, or Roberto Martinez, but I would definitely prefer Eddie Howe over Fonseca or Favre. You know, he's experienced in the Premier League. He's a younger manager. He brings a fresh ideas and enthusiasm. I've seen Bournemouth fans on Twitter saying that you know, they hope we get relegated, and you know, we haven't got a team good enough to play as free-flowing football, and that he doesn't have a clue about defending. And then I watched on YouTube his like little sit down with the little markers, marking out how he set Bournemouth up to beat Chelsea 3-0 and defend well. So I think he knows what he's doing. He's a tactician, like I said. He's young. He's enthusiastic. And those type of managers, the enthusiasm, they are the managers that we remember with fondness, i.e. King Kev and Sir Bobby Robson, you know. Even Chris Hughton to a certain degree, which I think he's very underrated. His time at Newcastle, he did really, really well. He studied the ship and got us back fit and firing. So yeah, good news. Good news. I don't know if there's been a clause put in this contract, the termination clause, that apparently, according to Sky Sports, made Emery shit himself. But yeah, Eddie Howe, welcome to the tune. We're all behind you.